Okay, this is the seated exercises. What we're going to do, I'll start out with a couple of the stretches. The first one I want to talk about is the ABCs for the foot, the ankle. I want you to spell the alphabet, either big letter, capital letters, uh, small letters, or cursive, but spell the alphabet with your toe. What that does is it moves your ankle through all of the ranges of motion. Second stretch we want to talk about is the lat side bend, and put one hand on the hip, the other hand bring it across and lean away from the arm that you have over your head, and hold that for about a count of 20. Don't bounce it. All stretches about a count of 20. And when you're done with that, you can do the other side. The next stretch would be a tricep stretch. Put your hand behind your head, grab it with the elbow with the other hand, and pull it across as you let your body bend away from that. Again, a count of 20, no bouncing. And we're going to do a cross arm stretch. Put your hand straight out in front of you, thumb down, grab above the elbow, pull it across your body towards your chest. You should feel that right behind your shoulder blade. This is the rhomboid mid-lower trap stretch. Next, we can do the hamstring stretch. I don't want you to involve the back at all. Keep the back, and this would be coming from the hip as you bend forward. Once you get the stretch in the hamstring and the upper calf, that's far enough. And we can do it overhead eye. Take both hands, thumbs pointed up. Take both hands overhead as far as you feel comfortable. Hold it for about a quick count of 20, and then relax it. And the last thing we can stretch here, we're going to stretch, make an A. Both arms coming behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Okay. First exercise we're going to do is the elbow circles. Make a loose fist with your hands. Put your fists on your collarbones. We're going to do 10 rotations coming inside, and then reverse that, 10 rotations going to the outside. Next, we're going to do a weight shift. I'm going to have my be sitting straight up and down. What I want to try to do is just to lift one butt cheek up off the chair at a time. I don't want to do a side bend to get it to come up. I want to lift the hip up and down. We'll do 15 on each side. Ankle flex. I'm going to bring my toe towards my knee, hold it for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. Pull it up, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. We'll be working the front, the shin, the anterior tibialis on that one. All right, the next one is the change hands twist. Is out a tight sheet. Put your right hand up underneath your chin, your left hand cupped by your belly button. Turn your body to the right. Keep your head forward. Change your hands. Now the left hand's on top, right hand's on the bottom. Change hands. Head forward. Body's doing the movement. All right, we're going to do a resistance band Y. We can either do it with the resistance band or we can do it without the band, as your preference. Put the band underneath your knees, and we're going to have our thumbs pointed towards the ceiling. And we're going to bring our hands up to shoulder height, just outside of shoulder width, and let them come back down. Up, shoulder height, just outside of shoulder width, and bring it back down. The next exercise is a bicep curl. We're going to do an alternate arm bicep curl. A medium weight. If your heaviest weight's at 8 pound, probably would be working with a 5 pound. If your heaviest weight that you work with is a 10, probably about an 8 pound. Bring it right up to your shoulder. Alternate hands, palms up. Bicep curl. The next one we're going to do is going to be the hands open push. And what I want to do is pretend like I'm pushing against the wall. I'm going to have my fingers pointed up, my wrists extended, and my fingers, I'm going to spread them apart as far as I can. Push against the wall, relaxed, come back into the loose fist, push forward again, and put emphasis on extending the wrists, making the hands, the palms perpendicular, and also to see how far apart you can get your fingers. I really want to spread those fingers apart and bring them back. And again, all these exercises, we normally do about 15 repetitions on each exercise. All right, the dumbbell pullover chop. I would use a lighter weight, maybe a 3 pound weight. If you want to, you can probably go up to a 5 pound. I don't want to involve the lower back, the lumbar spine. What I want to do is any movement I have is going to come from my hips. So I'm pull the weight overhead and chop it down, kind of like I'm chopping wood. A little bit of a forward movement as you come down. Nothing out of the back. The back does not bend at all. All right. Again, we're going to do the resistance band bow and arrow. We can do it with the resistance band or without the resistance band. What I want you to do is get about a foot of on the lightweight band, and I want to put my right arm straight out, and my left hand will be approximately at my right elbow. I'm going to pull that just to my chin. I don't want to go out any farther like this. I want to pull it straight into the chin. And if you notice, my elbow stays at shoulder level. And you can have your head go anywhere you want for this one. You'll be working the rhomboids and mid-lower traps again. And we'll do both sides. And again, we don't want to pull past the shoulder. Okay? We want to bring it right up to your chin. All right, internal and external hip rotation. And again, I'm going to put my foot out, heel on the ground. I want to take my toe as far as I feel comfortable to one side, and then as far as I feel comfortable to the other side. This is going to be a hip exercise. It's not just moving the foot, it's the whole leg is moving. As far as you feel comfortable and as far as you feel comfortable that way. All right. We're going to do a resistance band left and right hook. You can do this without the resistance band or with the resistance band. I'll have the lightweight band outside of my shoulders on the outside. And I'm going to do a hook. I'm going to bring it across with my elbow bent. Coming across the body. Again, head stays forward. And we're doing a little bit of rotation through the thoracic spine. Left and right hook. Oops. Missed one. Seated dumbbell row. Before that, it would be put your left hand on your right knee, your left elbow on the left knee. Let the weight dangle. We're going to bring it right up to the rib cage. Got it a little bit out of order there. Okay, the cane rotation horizontal. Grab the cane, the stick, whatever you have. Overhand grip, keeping the head forward. Take it as far as to one side as you feel comfortable, and then to the other side as far as you feel comfortable. The wrist hammer the forearm on the knee. Forearms on the knee, the wrist overhangs the knee, and we're going to act like we're hammering. 5 pound weight. Normally, that's what I would call for. Marching opposite hand and foot. We're going to bring the opposite hand and foot up. And if you're having trouble with this, try moving the leg first and then the opposite arm to get yourself in the groove to get started. All right, diagonal twist. Again, take the lighter weight, maybe a 2 pound weight, 3 pound weight. Start with it, holding on to the ends. Put it on one hip, bring it across the body to the other, to the shoulder, opposite shoulder. Come across and do both sides. We'll go back to the light resistance band. And we're going to take it, run it up underneath the thighs this time. Palms are going to be down, and we're going to bring it up to shoulder height and bring it back down. Straight up to shoulder height, straight down to the sides. Straight out. All right, we're going to do a diagonal. I'm sorry, we're going to do a side to side. Take your heavier weight, whatever you feel comfortable with. This one is going to be, again, put your hand on your hip, and we're going to bend to the side, and then we're going to bend to the other side. Working the internal external obliques and the quadratus lumborum. Now we're going to do the forward toe drag. I'm going to put my foot out in front of me as far as I feel comfortable, flat. I'm going to keep my foot flat as I drag my heel up underneath the chair. Flat foot, drag all the way back. This is hamstring and ankle. And we're going to do the scarecrow, elbows back. Put your hands and elbows together if you can, and then take it back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, and bring your elbows together. Pick up the cane again. We're going to put the hands again in an overhand grip, but with this time we're going to have our hands very close. I'm going to rotate up a vertical. Look, you can go past vertical. This is a shoulder rotational exercise. Do a torso rotation from the hips. Keep your body upright through the thoracic spine. This is just coming from the hips. We're not using anything else. Lean a little bit forward, lean a little bit to the side, lean a little bit back. And once you get, well, I normally do 10 on one side, and then I do 10 going the other direction. Okay, this is the resistance band semaphores. Again, you can do this with or without the resistance band. We start with about a foot in between your hands. We're going to pull it out to chest at chest height to horizontal. Then I'm going to go to a diagonal across, and then diagonal across, and then bringing it straight overhead, and then with the other arm straight overhead. All right. The next thing is we'll pick up like the 5 pound weight again, five-ish. This time I'm going to hold it with in my fingers, and I'm gonna let my wrist extend. Then I'm going to curl my wrist up, flex, extension. I'm going to do that on both arms. Again, we're at 15 reps, and then when I get done with both arms, I'm going to flip it over. This is going to be an extension exercise. We're going to be extending the wrist. So do it both ways, 15 on each hand, both ways. We do ab and adduction. Abduction, bringing the foot out. Adduction, bringing it back in. 15 on each leg. Bring it out, set it down. Bring it out in and set it down. All right, getting your lightest weight's 2 or 3 pounds. We're going to do an I. I'm going to do an alternate arm I. I'm going to bring one hand overhead and then the other hand overhead. Straight arm, straight overhead. The elbow does not bend throughout the exercise. We're going to do a lateral twist. Again, I'm going to keep my head straight ahead, and I'm going to reach across my body and about to shoulder height. Notice that my back arm, I'm really torquing it around so I can get that nice thoracic spine twist. Really torquing the back arm back behind me. So I get that nice thoracic spine twist. Get done with that, take our arms out to the side, straight out to a T. And I'm going to make little circles. I'm going to do 10 circles going forward. Then I'm going to reverse that direction, go 10 circles going to the back. We're going to stir the soup. My hand angle. I usually hold onto the chair so I don't make this into a core exercise. Make a big circle. What we're trying to do is to get some shoulder mobility. I normally go 10 in one direction and then reverse and go 10 in another direction. All right, we're going to resistance band press and row. This time I'm going to take my band. If you want to, you can use a medium or heavier band on this. We can come around the back underneath the arms. And I'm going to push straight out and pull it right back in. My elbows we're extending the elbows and flexing the elbows. When we get done with that, we're going to do the antagonist, which is going to be the row. I'm going to put my feet, I'm going to put the resistance band around my insteps. I'm going to have the tail end of the resistance band come out of where my little finger is, pulling it up to my rib cage, and then extending my arms fully. Pulling it up, full arm extension. We're going to lean forward and sit up straight. This is the one where we want to bring the shoulders forward, kind of a little forward lean, and then pull them back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Notice that my thumb is going to be pointing towards the rear, kind of like I'm hitchhiking. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, relax everything. We're going to grab the 5 pound weight again, and we are going to do the wrist pronation supination. Pronation is when the hand goes palm flat. Supination is when it comes palm up. Again, 15 on each arm. My forearm is supported. My wrist is dangling over the edge of the end of the knee. All right. We could, if you want to, we can use a dumbbell, a light dumbbell. I don't normally do a dumbbell. I'd like to take my hands overhead and back and forth. Overhead swap. All right, resistance band A, again, get your probably your light resistance band. We'll be, again, around the insteps. And I'm going to have my palms facing to the rear, and I'm going to take my hands back as far as I feel comfortable. Palms facing to the rear. Resistance band A. All right, we're going to concentrated curl. Probably get 5 pound weight or an 8 pound if you're comfortable with that weight. You can have your hand again on your left hand on your knee, right hand on your left elbow on your left knee. Put the weight in between your knees. The elbow is below the left forearm. And we're going to curl it up to your chin. Concentrated curl. Palm up. We get done with that. We're going to maintain the same body position. Put my hand, one hand on my knee again, just like we did before. Bring the elbow up to shoulder height. Let the weight dangle straight down. I'm going to extend my arm behind me and come back. Probably go down to a 3 pound weight, or if you're using an 8 pound weight for the curl, go to a 5 pound weight here. All right, pick up the cane again. We're going to hold an overhand grip in the middle, and we're going to do a kayak. We're going to paddle on one side, pick it up, paddle on the other side, back and forth, 15 on each side. Kayak. All right, we're going to do a knee extension. If you have an ankle weight, it'd be a good time to use that ankle weight on this one. I like to put my hands up underneath my thigh so I get some clearance for my foot. And we're going to extend the knee straight out and bring it back. Extend the knee straight out and bring it back. No pause at the top, just straighten it and bring it back down. Okay, we are going to do a Y. We're going to pick up the 2 or 3 pounds, whichever one you want. And we're going to start with the hands hanging down to the side. And I'm going to bring my hands up just outside of shoulder width, just to shoulder height. Arms straight throughout the exercise. The Y. All right, this is going to be exercise for your calf to begin with, and I would use your heavier resistance band on this one. Put the toe, put the resistance band on the ball of the foot, and we're gonna push the foot down. That's plantar flexion, and then we're gonna release it. Push it, kind of like a gas pedal, and we do that on both legs. We get done with that. We put the resistance band across the instep, pick the leg up and straighten it out in front of you. Like you're going to stomp it into the ground. This is a leg extension. All right, this is the resistance band overhead. Get about a foot, maybe a foot and a half in between your hands overhead. Then I'm going to bend to the side, and as I do that, I'm going to pull that arm straight down, come back to the top, bend to the side, pull that arm straight down. You're going to feel a nice little stretch when you pull your opposite side. And we'll pick up about a 5 pound weight. We're going to do a dumbbell twist, hold it again by the ends. I'm going to keep my head forward, twist the weight to the side, and then twist to the other side, back and forth, 15 on each side. All right, we're going to take the lightest weights you have, and we're going to do a tricep press. Bring the weight up to my shoulder. I'm going to have my elbow pointed forward in front of me. I'm going to straighten my arm out, and then bring it back to my shoulder. Straighten the arm out, and bring it back to the shoulder. Tricep press. And the next exercise will be the T. Get your lightest weight again, and we're going to bring it up. If you have any shoulder pain at this, stop the exercise. Straight up to the T, just up to shoulder height, palms down. While you have those same weights in your hand, we're going to do the A. We're going to start with the weights by your knee. I'm going to bring it back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then I'll bring them back to my knees. Squeeze it back. You have a little rocking at the hip. That's not bad either. All right. This is going to be the overhead cane. So I'm going to start with my hands about shoulder width apart. And I'm going to take it straight overhead and then bring it straight down. Straight overhead and bring it straight down. We're going to do another punch. This time we're going to go around the back outside of the arms. And instead of curving the hands, we're going to go punch straight arm toward across from the opposite shoulder. So straight arm punch. So right cross, left cross. And sit up on the chair just a little bit. And I'm going to do a side kick. I'm going to keep my knees relatively together. And I'm going to kick to the side. This is an internal hip rotation exercise. So we're rotating the hip in. Do that on both legs. When we get done with that, I'm going to take one foot slightly back, and then I'm going to kick across where my foot was. This is external hip rotation. Do that on both legs, but do both exercises on both legs. This is going to be, again, the lightweight, your lighter weight, 2 or 3 pounds. And I'm going to start with a dead arm hang. Lean forward at the hips, bring my elbows up to shoulder height, and then bring them back down. This is to bring the elbows up and back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And the last exercise we got is going to be a bicep curl and a tricep press. We'll start with tricep press first. This one, we're going to go around the back, underneath the arms again. And then I'm going to bring my hands up to my ears, elbows pointed forward, and I'm going to straighten my arms out. Tricep press. Again, you can do this with the bands or not. And when you get done with that, take the band up, put it around the insteps, and with the knees bent, and I'm going to have the tail end coming out of my thumb side of my hand, and I'm going to do a bicep curl, bring them both up to the shoulders. And that's it for the seated workout. Hope you enjoy.